Hey there! Fun D&D fact. There were 51 monsters in the first release of Dungeons & Dragons in 1974. In 2014, there were 314, or 315 because counting is hard, in the release of the Monster Manual for D&D 5e. That's a pretty significant jump, and not including the literal thousands of monsters that came after with their original releases. So, today, we're going to stick to the 5th edition as it's one that's actively supported at the moment. Long story short, there are a lot of monsters out there for you to fight, so we here at Rolling Deep picked out a couple you may have missed.
I'd feel amiss if I didn't start this video off without mentioning man's best friend. D&D isn't shined to canines, whether it be a den of wolves, a begging street pup, or a lava hound from hell. So I'm going to shine a light on a beastie that truly doesn't need it. The Shadow Mastiff is a nightmare from the plane of shadow. They stand at over 2 feet tall and well over 200 pounds. Think about your little dog at home. Now if that dog weighed 200 pounds, imagine the capacity of messing stuff up it has.
And it's dumps.
The Shadow Mastiff is a product of its dark environment, as their jet black coat allows them to blend into the shadows around them. It makes them have invisible properties in these circumstances, which will surely bite you in the butt. With a strength stat of 16 and HP of 22, a pack of these immediately become a life or death situation if a group of low-level players gets ambushed. So keep these guys in mind and use your torches at night. Little disclaimer, during my research I was having trouble finding if this was an official Wizards of the Coast monster or not, so look for it on dndwiki.io if you want it.
When I say the word Boggle, what comes to mind? Is it a cute teddy bear thing? Or maybe the word puzzle game? Today I'm coming to you with evidence that you're both wrong in context of D&D, because Wizards of the Coast official source book, The Wild Beyond the Witchlight, introduced an absolutely disgusting little fiend of a creature known by the name of Boggle. By its own description, the Boggle excretes non-flammable oil from its pores. The Boggle chooses whether the oil is slippery or sticky and can change the oil on its skin from one consistency to another as a bonus action. What? Did this dude work at McDonald's or something? Did this dude never shower after hockey practice? Did this dude just ask out his middle school crush even though he has crippling anxiety, which causes his acne to flare up?
Or maybe he just uses too much Axe body spray. Take a shower, dude.
Well, hold the phone, because looks can be deceiving. The Boggle in 5e is a small fey creature that only has 18 HP, so they're interchangeable with packs of goblins the weaker parties may face, but with more evil pizzazz. You won't be speaking to them either unless you speak Sylvan, so communication with them is going to be kind of difficult if you lack that resource. This little Boggle will boggle your mind when it starts opening dimensional rifts in the battlefield, acting as a portal that can only be used by said Boggle. They can take items through with them, you see, and this opens up the window massively for targeting ranged or back row characters. They can only open the portal to a destination within 30 feet of range, so if you manage to get on the wrong side of one of these guys, they can theoretically steal from your party without anyone being the wiser.
It's not cool, man.
Not at all. They actually have another combat ability, the Oil Puddle.
Gross.
Which causes the space they currently occupy to either be sticky or slippery. Either way, these buggers are more annoying than lethal, so just keep your distance.
From small to big, we go from the Boggle to the Armonite. The Armonite is, in essence, a large minotaur with an integrated carapace acting as armor along the spine. Our 5th edition fiend is also going to have a serrated tail, which it utilizes in its massive triple attack. It'll hit you with its tail, but also its claws and its hooves. Why doesn't it just headbutt you at this point? That is, of course, if you survive a landing strike against its lightning lance, which will cost you 6 d8s worth of damage. This lightning is going to strike in a 60 feet line as well, so this range attack is also an area of attack. Watch your toes and wear your grounded wrist straps, because just one Armonite is going to cause you a bunch of trouble. From Forgotten Wiki, Armonites were a form of Centeric Tenari that served as the heavy cavalry of demon armies, furiously charging into battle with a savage bloodlust. That's 84 HP's worth of bloodlust and lightning furies that's going to be charging at your throat. Watching two of these guys go at it is how I imagine dinosaurs would look fighting as a kid. Not fighting kids. Common misconception.
I'm so confused all the time!
Don't you hate when your D&D dinosaurs fight all the children in the town?
The orphanage is a mess.
It's a campaign. The dinosaurs are fucking with these poor kids. That's why Batman has a T-Rex in his Batcave. He just fucking hates these guys.
Mommy! So, I asked my girlfriend for a bit of help working on this video, and asked her to find me the coolest dragon type she could find. About 12 seconds later, after she started scrolling, I hear her yell, Amethyst Dragon! It seems like you just clicked on the one near the top of the list. ... I hear back. It looks cool! So, on that note, the fourth monster on our list today is the Amethyst Dragon. This dragon does look cool, to Emily's credit. It has a jagged cut design, and the art depicts it as a cool, powerful purple color. It falls in the category of the gem dragons, which means they can be found in inner planes. They tend to be regarded as wise and majestic, even in the dragon community. The Amethyst Dragon is going to be wise and will want to talk things out before resorting to violence. Once engaged in combat, however, retreat is not an option, as they might consider it dishonorable to retreat. They'll rain down on you with full force, with a few different possibilities for destructive breath discharges, like lethal ear-splitting shrieking or concussive blows. They speak the Thuum, like Skyrim.
Fusardar, yeah.
They can also spit expensive shards of crystal if you're in their line of sight as well. So there's another thing they have going for them.
Another thing?
Yeah, they have all the normal dragon resistances, plus additional immunity to force-based spells like Magic Missile. I have to cut off the list of their abilities at some point, so give these purple beauties a look. If you haven't included a dragon in your campaign yet, this honestly would be a great one to use.
You had me at purple. Our last monster, I want to take a dip into the water for some variety. In my research, I found a really cool race of aquatic items called the Colin, or something like that. But I wanted something a little bit different. I wanted something not bound to an ocean or a lake, something you could theoretically put anywhere water could be found, like a bathtub. And that is where the water weird comes in. In essence, they're a water elemental that is bound to a pool of water, completely invisible in that water as well, as long as they're fully immersed. In the monster manual, the water weird has the constrict action, which deals a surprising 3d6 damage. This again is going to be devastating to lower level parties, and if they're numerous, ooh boy, I hope you can swim. With 58 HP and an AC of 13, they'll probably act as a punching bag for the true baddies, but use this opportunity to theme your villain's lair with whatever shaped water weird you desire. No food, drink, or sleep, so they'll also work well for traps. Dusty water. Your water weird could have debris and chunks of mud in its streams. A private hot springs owned by a prick wizard, it'll probably be guarded by one of these weird boys.
If you find yourself lacking in the interesting enemies department, I hope we could help you get a little bit more inspired.
I know I missed the Boggle when they first released it, but I think there'll be a fun one for my players.
They'll just like saying Boggle.
Boggle.
So thanks for boggling with us and looking at the monsters that you may have missed in your 5e campaign.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter. Subscribe and like this video if you want more. And catch us live on Reddit, Twitch, or even here on YouTube.
Have a good session and keep on rolling.